Going on YouTube Nation, man? This is Coach Marv, man. I'm out and about today, man. But I wanted to touch bases about this Trayvon Diggs thing, man. Um, if you would watch me on my last live show, um, I mentioned to everybody that I didn't believe Trayvon Diggs was going to play again for the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe not. He may still play. But I mentioned that if you go back and watch my video, my last video, I said it's not for Trayvon Diggs' best interest to play the next 4 games. It's not for Trayvon Diggs. If I was Trayvon Diggs, and I'm not talking in cowboy eyes, and I know everybody Coach Marv is against Trayvon Diggs. No, I think Trayvon Diggs needs a lot. There's a lot of things going on with Trayvon Diggs, and I wish that this young man can be have a big time career. But if y'all Cowboy fans don't realize that starting at the beginning of this offseason, of last offseason, that the Cowboys were going to get out of Trayvon Diggs, and this was Trayvon Diggs' last year here in Dallas, y'all sadly mistaken. And it didn't matter how Trayvon Diggs played. The relationship with the Cowboys and Trayvon Diggs, with him being in his 4th year of his contract, missed most of his contract with injuries, and having a knee injury that I don't even think Trayvon knows how that knee injury is going to keep on going for the duration of his career. And when they took the $500,000 back of the $9 million of guaranteed money he had, Trayvon knew, his agent knew, and all of y'all Cowboy fans should have known that this was a contentious relationship. And it was not, I don't care what you hear Trayvon says, it couldn't be a very good relationship, knowing that this young man needs guaranteed money. He has a family. He may have blown the money he's got already, but he had no more money left on his contract. The $9 million minus the $500,000 that they took. And with a knee injury that he didn't really know how he was going to perform or how it was going to hold up. So yes, if there have been some contentious, things going on, yes. And it's not to Trayvon Diggs' benefit to play for the Cowboys for the rest of this year. And let me explain why again, like I explained why on my show. The reason why is not to Trayvon Diggs' benefit to play the rest of this year is, for one, if the Cowboys are just putting him out there because the Cowboys want to trade him. They're going to cut him anyway because he's got an $18 million cap hit. And let's be honest with each other, people. I know understand y'all love Trayvon Diggs. I like Trayvon Diggs. But when you have a guy that's been on a 4-year contract and then missed more games than he done played, and he's in his 7th year of a contract, and he's got a knee injury that you don't know it would last long term, you're not going to invest that into them, and you're going to move forward. So Trayvon knows they're going to move forward. So it's best for Trayvon at this particular time to say whatever film somebody got on me for the first games of this season, and let's play this role and let everybody feel it's the Cowboys that don't want me to play. And then he can go out and get him another contract with another team. If the Cowboys fall on their face with their secondary, he's going to look better, because if he don't play, then anybody going to say, well, Trayvon still got some in the tank, and then he can get him another contract with another team. He does not want the Cowboys to trade him because the contract he got on the back end of his contract is poo-poo. No guaranteed money. So if he get traded to somebody, they're going to guarantee him 1 year, and he's going to be in the same boat again. He'd rather be a free agent, so he probably can't sign a 2 or 3 year deal because he's think that they still thinking he's got some game. And he may still have some game. But if he goes out for the Cowboys these last 4 games and he get 1 touchdown caught on him, or he doesn't look good because he's trying to get acclimated by being back, it probably can destroy his chances of getting a better contract. There's a no-win situation for Trayvon. And I understand what people say, well, this is the team. Trayvon and the team was done when he knew that they weren't going to sign him and it was his last year. When they took that $500,000 back, that was the end of the team thing. And I'm going to say this again. If I was Trayvon Diggs, I wouldn't blame him at all. If I was the Dallas Cowboys, I don't blame them at all either. I would be moving on from Trayvon Diggs. This is a bad situation, and the only thing that I can say about this situation, as I've been saying in my videos before, the Cowboys should never let it get to this situation, because when you know you're going to move on from a guy that you know is possibly a leader in that locker room, you should have moved on from him on the offseason, last year offseason, and been done with it, and let your defensive coaches, whatever, come for a fresh start. Do not, because there's no reason why Trayvon is not going to be upset. I would be. It's his future that's in point here. And we don't know if Trayvon is totally healthy. We can understand that Trayvon doesn't know because nobody has no research on this type of injury. And if he was out 4 games earlier on IR because they say his knee was bothering him, come on, people. Trayvon does not want to risk going out there and looking any kind of bad. He's looking for his next job. And let's don't believe this stuff about he's going to take less money. He don't want to be pimped by the Cowboys either. And I know y'all saying, well, if he go out there and ball out, the Cowboys going to keep him. No, they're not. They have invested money into Trayvon, and he has missed more games than he played. And there's some other issues going on with Trayvon as well. That's why I pray for the young man. But I don't see that. I might be wrong. But if I was his agent, and if I was Trayvon, I would just keep playing this role with this contentious spirit back and forth with the Cowboys. Make it look like the Cowboys are the ones that got the problem. Make it look like he does not gonna play, and get his next job someplace else. And I hope for him do the best. But this thing with the Cowboys, let's move on, people. And let's get this team to say, hey, man, we got to play what we got. Because I said it before. Trayvon's skill set right now, and everybody want to talk about coverage, we need physicality in our secondary. And right now, he doesn't fit that. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's not the guy that's going to get tackles, and then he's not going to go out there and risk himself because he's trying to get his next contract. And I understand Trayvon, and this is not no slander on Trayvon. But if I was Trayvon again, I wouldn't want to play no more this year. Take the film that you got next teams, and let's see if I can get me a job next year and go on. And if the Cowboys don't look good in the secondary and I don't play, they're going to say, well, I could have been a key someplace else. But he's not coming back to the Cowboys. And he can give him a chance and try again. But I don't know how this knee is going on. Trayvon don't know. So let's don't make more of this than what it is. It's 2 people that have broken up, and the relationship was over. And it was over before the season started. And this is what you get when you drag stuff on, think you're going to get the last juice out of an orange when 2 people already know that they're about to be divorced. The best thing to do is when the last summer, go ahead and cut and get it done then. than to drag this out and put this whole team through this. And don't come with this people down, oh, well, he wasn't being nice. Listen here, man. Would you be nice if you know your contract is over and you know the guys ain't gonna sign you? And you got 1 year of $9 million and they took $500,000? Would you be nice? And I'm not saying I'm not going against Trayvon. And I think the only thing that's problem with this is that the Dallas Cowboys, when they knew that situation, they should have done that. They should have got rid of it. This is the exact same thing in a player that they should have gotten rid of Mike McCarthy 1 year would start letting him have a lamed up contract. This is no different. If you're not going to sign a guy, there's nothing he can really do. You already done moved on to him. Go ahead and get started with the new and stop playing around BSing. Because it's only going to bring bad stuff. I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. This is not a slander to Trayvon Diggs. This is not a slander. The only thing that I'm saying is bad here is the Dallas Cowboys handled this wrong. They should have moved on. And I think the coaches are caught in the mix, in the middle of the ownership's luckinesses to move on and get started and try to pimp guys and try to drag a guy and you know you're not going to sign him. Till the next time, man, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully I got an event tomorrow and there's going to be a event. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the live show tomorrow. I got some very important things I got. So I may try to get on the live with the guys at the post-game show. But again, physicality, man, let's go to Cowboy Nation. Cowboy players, if you hear this, get your mind on your work, man. And let's win. Peace.